Hello, welcome. I want to begin the process of painting a coyote out in the desert with maybe a sunset background, and I'm going to start with a drawing today. That's all I'm going to work on right now. It's just a drawing. So I'll turn my camera over so you can see what I have here. It's just a blank canvas. It's 12 by 16. 12 by 16 canvas panel. Fits the screen nicely. Just get that lined up there. All right, so it's going to be kind of loud out here because I'm working outside and they're putting out the trash. So right here, I always figure out my horizon line to begin with. I'm going to have it here. Probably should have started this 10 minutes later. Today, up to the noise. This is a basic horizon. Usually good to put it a little bit below the center, so the center is probably like right here. That just gives us an idea where the needle is there. There's a number 2 pencil. I haven't quite figured out the background yet, but I just want to get an idea where it's going to be. That's that. Now, I'm looking at my picture of a coyote. I've done all freehand, so bear with me. Look at the dimensions correct. Let me just put in, I'm standing on like a hill here, so let me kind of indicate that to begin with. This way, it goes down that way. Kind of gives them something to stand on. Kind of steeper right there. There's a little walk that comes that way. Down, I don't like that. There's a little bit of a platform for him to be on. Like that. And all right, so just a little lower. So I'm sort of forgetting what the sky's going to look like at this point. I'm just going to focus on the background and the coyote. So right. What I try to do is I make like a, try to figure out what his main body is. His main body is right here. I'm not even worried about the shape too much at this point. I'm just kind of putting in where his body is. Then you have his hind leg. It'll be right here. So feel for that, where that is. Tail's there. And his leg that comes that way. Hind leg is there. Just trying to give myself basic shapes, basic ideas. I know I said that already. I'm not putting it too, I'm not using too much pressure. Excuse me. I'm not using too much pressure on the pencil yet either. I'm putting it kind of light right now. I know it's going to be a leg here coming down this way. A leg there. A little higher there. And plain Right, like right here. Make sort of a round shape for that. It's like where his neck is. Sort of connect that, so connect here. His head is going to be kind of like his mouth is open. Let me just put in. So make sure the dimensions are right here. This might be a little bit smaller. You have the basic shape of his head. That. Basic shape of his head. And then his mouth. Let me put the ear first. The ear going this way. Up there. Ear coming that way. I have the shape of the mouth. His nose is up there. The bottom part of his mouth is right there. This comes down. Somehow this is going to look like a coyote at some point, I promise. I think. Down. Out. Now his mouth is open. Well, I don't want to get too detailed at this point. This was the inside of his mouth. Might go up a little bit more. There, so sharpen the pencil a little bit. I have sort of a basic feel of coyote in there. Now, let's see. His ear needs to come down a little bit more there. So to see his eye right there. His eye right there. So I'll start to shape the body. A little bit darker pencil lines. You notice I didn't erase what I have on there. I'm just going to leave it on there. The shape. It's more of like a straight shape here. The shape goes down there. Like that. I'll make that too long. I might have. Oh yeah. Here's the front of him. Goes down. A leg here. Straight down. Out. And so like that. that up a little bit so you have a little bit better angle at it to view it. Now this has to come up. I think I got this part here is too long, so let me kind of go out there a little. Okay. Down. I think it looks pretty good overall. I think it looks a little bit too much long. I have to try to figure out a way to fix that. So I could use a projector to trace it, but I kind of want to work on my drawing skills a little bit more. Just looking at it, I think it's a little bit too wide or too long. So, eraser. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not. No, this needs to come down a little bit here. Let me get this light filled in here first and I'll look at it. And there. And that thing is stretched out a little bit too far. So let me take an eraser and just kind of get rid of this part here. Tighten it up a little bit, shorten it. Drawing, you can change, you can do whatever you want. Make the hand a little bit bigger. A little bit there. This area here is a little bit too long. Get rid of that. And the basic shape of the body, I just made it a little bit too long. So this should come out maybe here. And out. Figure out where this is gonna should end. That's a little bit better. It's not quite as long as I had it. Get rid of this part here. Erasers are a great invention. All right, so get rid of that. All right, so see that goes straight down there. Up a little bit more. Down. This way. Down. I'm trying to get the perspective right, which is not always easy. It goes down there, and then the tail kind of comes between the legs. The tail like that. Tail comes down just about to the ground. Thicker in there. Just a little bit more there. In there. Yeah, there's a high as a hind leg. You kind of barely see it. It's like right here. Just want to indicate that a little bit. Now, this part I want to lessen this right here. So that. Bring that down, and then more at an angle. There. That kind of goes into that leg there. All right, so I think we're. One thing I did wrong here is I should get rid of this part here. So I got the picture, I can see where I kind of screwed up. Right, so I think I have the basic shape of it, right? The dimensions of it pretty close to where it's supposed to be. There's a little, this goes here and then down. Don't worry about making a mistake because you can always erase and go over and whatever you have to do. Go in and make a bunch of mistakes and whatever happens, happens. Learn from mistakes. Look how many mistakes I made here, probably 10 or 20 or so far, but I go back and fix it and arrange it and do whatever's necessary. The eye right there. A little straighter there. A little bit here. Some lines come down here. Right hand kind of where it's kind of dark and light. We'll kind of work on that a little. You have inside the mouth. Get that black right in there. This is a little bit too long still. There. Okay, how it's different than the reference. Come up a little bit more here. A bit of a bend right here, not that much. A bit of a bend right there. Around the head right there a little more. Right in front. And down and that way. All right, so I think it looks pretty okay. Not great, but it's pretty good. I think the legs are wide enough, maybe a little bit wider right in there. Just a tiny bit wider there. Just needs to come down a little bit more. Sharp angle there. Okay, so I think that's, for now, that's pretty good. Good for a basic shape of that right there. It's good for a basic shape. It's a perfect no, but it's for now, it's pretty good. All right, so that's what he's going to be standing on, and eventually, let's see the closer. Eventually, is going to be a lot of branches and stuff like that here. So I'll sort of indicate that now. Remind myself to put this in later. In front of a branch or something. Details are going to be there. And be a hill back here. It's a little bit distant. Try to make it look kind of hilly. There's going to be a hill there. There's some hills and tumbleweeds and stuff like that in the background. Plains and whatever. I think I want a sort of a mountain or something off in the distance right here. Maybe another one like there. It's a bit more steep. Something distant there to give it a little bit of depth. And maybe the sun or moon or something will be right here. You can have a different planes of clouds and just kind of put that in there. All right, maybe this one higher here. You have a little bit of a plane there of a mountain right there. All right, so I'll stop there. So this is Coyote Part 1 drawing. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And thanks for watching. Part 2, I'll be working on the sky and start to block that in and start to make it look like a sunset. Okay, so thanks for watching. Appreciate it.